Lilla Skinyard, and I have been a member of St. James Parish in Mansfield since 2005 when my husband and I moved to Mansfield, and that happened to be just after Rowena Gibbons came as rector. And we didn't know her then, but very clearly when we visited here, we realized that here was a nice open-minded, grassroots social justice church that we could really sink our teeth into, and we give her a lot of credit for that. Maybe a couple years after that, 3 years, she helped start a book group. Not just a Bible study, but a book group that was based on Barbara Kingsolver's Animal Vegetable Miracle. And I wasn't part of that group because I had young children who wouldn't stay after church any longer, but I had already read the book. So I was kind of listening in on the discussions. But Paul Wendell and Meredith Soyster, I think, and a lot of other people were involved in this. And before they finished the book, they decided that they really just needed to focus on living local. What did that mean? And before they got too far in that, they realized that what it meant were parishioners and what we call eaters. None of us were growers or farmers, and we just wanted to be able to buy good food from our neighbors. So that turned out to work really well. We immediately, Paul Wendell started as the head from the church member and immediately made an alliance with Jackie Schlitzer from the local coffee shop, whose husband was in charge of Food Roots, which is like Buy Fresh, Buy Local's parent organization. They knew a ton about this stuff. And we got other community members at large involved as well as other church members. So from the very beginning, once it left the book group, it was a combined community project. But it's been under the church auspices. We have a separate account that's under St. James account in the bank, but we have our own treasurer. It's a completely closed loop. The church makes no money and it loses no money on this. But the church sees this definitely as a mission. In fact, there's the resolution for the spirituality of food that is down in the Episcopal books or archives that we found online. And it just perfectly says what we're about here. And it's about both the environmental importance of sustainable agriculture, the economic importance of protecting our farmers so that they can actually survive farming, and so that the consumers can afford good food and that it's available. It's also about the quality of the food, the nutritional quality. Most of our growers use very little, if any, chemicals or pesticides. Certainly the meats, they don't use the hormones, the antibiotics, and we try also to educate people about why that's important nutritionally. So it falls very clearly under the Episcopal Church's mission, as well as our parish mission. We have seen people who have come to church for different reasons because of the market, or have come to other church events, fundraising events. We have seen people who walk in the doors curious about our church, learn about the market, and that's it, they're sold. It's the fact that we're not here recruiting people, but we're here meeting people from all sorts of different backgrounds and getting them involved in the other missions that we do. People really appreciate that. The college students come down and have a great time. We've got kids' activities at the market. We've got a lot of produce vendors. A lot of professors from the university also do things like the beekeeper behind you. And we've got a farmer over here who's in physics. And we have a lot of mothers who do either crafts and baking, or salsa is another big one, salsa and refried beans. And you know, so we have niche things. And we're the only church directly involved, but a lot of our community members who helped us go to other parishes, I'm sure.